We are going to cover the features of the sacrum as well as the coccyx, the superior portion here being the sacrum, the inferior being the coccyx. As we develop these sacral vertebrae fuse into the sacrum, so there are 5 vertebrae here that have fused S1 through S5, and then we have the coccyx here. Okay, so this is what we refer to as the tailbone. Just like you have the body of your vertebrae, we kind of have a base here of the sacrum, and it has this, protrusion. It kind of juts out here, and that's called our sacral promontory. Promontory, I've heard different pronunciations. Okay, that's our sacral promontory. Up here, hopefully you can see that, and I can turn to the posterior side as well. Very similar to those of our vertebrae. In the cervical through lumbar, we have this superior articular process. These processes are going to articulate with the lumbar vertebrae. Okay, so superior articular process. And then where we would have our transverse processes, we now have these like wings, and we refer to that as the ala. I've heard it pronounced ala as well. Personally, I say ala. And where each of what would be the bodies of the vertebrae have fused, we have these lines called transverse lines. We have 4 sets of foramina or foramen, and if you're on the anterior side, you can refer to them as the anterior sacral foramen, posterior sacral foramen. I accept sacral foramen for our purposes. And then at the bottom here we have the coccyx. On the posterior side, though, I should have covered this before. Where the spinous processes would be, this is our median sacral crest. Now, this model I wouldn't say is ideal. This here would be the intermediate sacral crests. I'm not going to include that. And then these here will be your lateral sacral crests.